A manhunt for an escaped Pennsylvania inmate is over. We'll break down what led to the man's arrest. And President Joe Biden set to meet with his cancer cabinet today as part of his Cancer Moonshot initiative. You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in. This afternoon, the search continues for a man police say robbed two teens during an online marketplace meetup. It happened at Secret Places Park in McFarland around 10 o'clock last night. Officers say the teens met the man to sell him some Yeezy sneakers. When they showed him the shoes, the man pulled out a gun, took the shoes, and ran away. The teens described the suspect as a black man between 17 and 20 years old, about 5'10" or 6 feet tall, with a thin mustache and goatee. He was last seen wearing a black hooded Nike sweatshirt, sweatpants, and Jordan sneakers. Anyone with information on the incident should call Madison Police, the number there on your screen. Also this afternoon, officials are investigating a house fire in Cottage Grove. Crews responded to the scene at the 4700 block of County Road N after multiple callers reported seeing flames coming from the house. The home is considered a total loss, damage estimated at around $400,000. The owner was not home at the time. It's unclear what caused the fire, but investigators do not believe it was suspicious. Cool temperatures continue today, but we could see a warm-up. Meteorologist Greg Barnhart has a look at our first warned forecast. Greg?
Yeah, we're going to see a warm-up here probably starting tomorrow, but rainfall yesterday, we received more is needed, but still some areas did pick up to a quarter, even a half in some of the higher thunderstorms that we had towards the evening, but once again sparse and just not enough, but we did pick up some. Overall, that system has pushed to the east, out to the corner right there. You can see Hurricane Lee beginning to approach the coastline, but overall, we're dealing with the stubborn low clouds that have been basically rotating around the low to the east of us, but they are beginning to break up as we zoom in. You can start to see some sun that's starting to poke out. Even some showers out to Milwaukee area. They've had some water spouts over Lake Michigan with some of that activity, but we're going to see more sun eventually this afternoon, but we won't entirely get rid of some of the cloud cover. Out to the west, clear skies, there's your warm temperatures. They'll start coming, and then the system that we're looking at for the weekend is out in the west right now. Overall temperatures around 60 pretty much across the area. We zoom into Dane County just with those cloud cover, pretty uniform temperatures, hitting the low 60s in some location, but 59 still at the Dane County Airport. Overall, as we go to this afternoon, more sun, but it'll be probably closer to 2 or 3. Do we see more of it popping out in the upper 60s and then clearing skies and dropping back down to about 60 degrees at 8 p.m. Last night, some cool temperatures, frost way up to the north, 30s, even some 20s well to the north. I'll break down if we're going to see some of that cooler air that'll be coming and how the Hurricane Lee is going to play a little bit of a factor in our weather as it approaches the Nova Scotia or Maine coastline getting closer to Saturday. I'll bring all that up a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, Greg, we'll see you then. Thank you. Senator Tammy Baldwin now has a new challenger in the 2024 U.S. Senate race. Trempealeau County Board Supervisor Stacy Klein has filed paperwork to run as a Republican. She currently serves as a District 2 supervisor for the Trempealeau County Board. Klein joins two other Republicans in the Senate race, Major Patrick Schaefer-Wicke and Rajani Ravidran. The manhunt for an escaped prisoner in Pennsylvania is now over. Bradley Blackburn tells us authorities found the man in a rural part of Chester County nearly 2 weeks after he went on the run.
State police in Pennsylvania finally nabbed escaped inmate Danilo Cavalcante, seen here in handcuffs and a damp Eagles sweatshirt as officers led him to a waiting SWAT vehicle Wednesday morning.
Our nightmare is finally over and the good guys won.
The break came around midnight when a burglar alarm went off within the police perimeter in Chester County. Officers didn't find Cavalcante, but began to zero in on an area where aircraft picked up a heat source. Around 8 a.m., tactical teams made their move.
They were able to move in very quietly. They had the element of surprise. Cavalcante did not realize he was surrounded until that had occurred.
But he didn't surrender.
He began to crawl through thick underbrush, taking his rifle with him as he went.
A dog finally subdued the suspect.
Thank God there were no injuries to law enforcement or to the public.
Cavalcante broke out of the Chester County prison 2 weeks ago, crab walking up the walls. His time on the lam included stealing and ditching a van, stealing a .22 caliber rifle from a garage, and putting the entire area on alert.
It's been definitely a fear factor because I have a 4-year-old little boy.
Authorities say Cavalcante will be returned to full justice, serving a life sentence for the murder of his ex-girlfriend in front of her 2 children. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
And the county commissioners say changes are already being made to bolster security at the prison. Authorities had offered a $25,000 reward for information leading to Cavalcante's capture. New today, families of 2 University of Idaho students who were stabbed to death want the trial of their alleged killer televised. A hearing today could determine whether cameras will be allowed in the courtroom for Brian Koberger's trial. He's accused of murdering 4 students in their off-campus home last November. A statement released from the families of 2 of the victims have argued it is vitally important to have the trial televised. The judge has not yet set a trial date. Cancer experts are demanding action to end an ongoing drug shortage. They're also calling for lawmakers to increase funding for cancer research. The American Association for Cancer Research released its annual Cancer Progress Report today. It highlights the recent improvements that the U.S. has made in reducing cancer deaths and advancing treatment, and underscores the challenges of an ongoing shortage of chemotherapy medication and growing concern about the future funding of cancer research. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden is set to meet with his cancer cabinet today. Representatives from across federal agencies will update the nation on new steps to end cancer and announce a $240 million investment to fund cancer-related projects and research. The White House says the president is working to make progress on challenges we all face, regardless of political party. New at noon, according to a new report by the U.S. Accountability Office, as much as $135 billion in fraudulent COVID-19 pandemic unemployment claims were likely paid out. That's about 15% of the total unemployment benefits distributed during the pandemic. It's a notable bump up from the $60 billion the watchdog agency had previously estimated in January. The Department of Labor says the office is likely overestimating the actual amount of fraud. Well, there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Apple unveils their newest iPhone, plus 2 snack food giants are combining forces. Details coming up in the Money Watch report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
At Berkshire Automotive, we have a non-commissioned sales team, which is a polite way to say we don't really care whether you buy a practical Equinox, the rugged Silverado, or the speedy new Corvette. You've been told no before? Join the Berkshire Automotive family for the yes.
You've probably heard by now, but Wanakee Remodeling has been transforming homes for the better part of half a century by installing materials that stand the test of time from a team of trusted home pros. Our design team delivers a turnkey experience for your interior or exterior remodeling project, leaving you with a home you love. At Wanakee Remodeling, we'll never stop improving. Right now, get a special window offer. Buy one window, get one 40% off plus special financing. Visit WanakeeRemodeling.com for more.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
Like our $9.99 XLNY pizza. It's everything you'd expect from a classic New York-style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven. Order now at papamurphys.com.
At Informed Choice Insurance Agency, we're proud of our 5-star reviews.
My agent Matthew explained everything about Medicare and the needed supplemental insurance. He took the time to show me several different plans and the plus and minuses of each policy.
Andrea was amazing, from her knowledge to her presentation to her skills in navigating complicated and intimidating waters. I cannot emphasize enough how much she helped me and my family.
Need help with your Medicare or Marketplace health plans? Get 5-star service at Informed Choice Insurance Agency.
Want a tighter, flatter tummy and the hottest deal of the year? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went in different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy, I feel confident.
But it feels good to feel good and look good.
Schedule your free no-obligation consultation now and find out how to get your dream body on your budget with our best offer of the year. Call or go to sonobello.com and get exclusive access to our employee-only pricing.
At Berkshire Automotive, we're so serious about saying yes to your trade-in, we challenge you to bring us a no. We accept crazy things like old cowboy boots and an old office chair, even that old junkie you didn't think would make it to the parking lot. Join the Berkshire Automotive family for the yes.
The wait is over. Apple has unveiled its new iPhone 15, which comes in 5 colors or 4 colors for the Pro model. The device features a better camera and a USB-C charging port. The tech giant decided not to raise the price on its newest iPhones, which hit store shelves September 22nd. Apple also released its new watches, which now have a double tap feature that allows users to answer calls or pause music with just one hand. New census data shows troubling news. Child poverty in the U.S. more than doubled last year at 12.4%, up from 5.2% the year before. That's the largest change since the agency began tracking the data 14 years ago, and it comes after the COVID-era expanded child tax credit expired. And 2 U.S. snack food giants are merging in a deal worth over $5 billion. J.M. Smucker, known for its jellies, is buying Hostess, maker of Twinkies, Ho-Hos, and Ding Dongs. In a statement, the CEO of Hostess said the deal is, quote, the right partnership to accelerate growth and create meaningful value for consumers, customers, and shareholders. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
Check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 27 points. The NASDAQ up 64. The S&P 500 gaining 14. We are just days away from a potential strike of United Auto Workers, and negotiations are heating up. UAW says it's seen some progress with its talks with General Motors. Sources say GM's pay increase could reach 20%, but that's still lower than the union's demand of 40% over 4 years. The UAW contract is set to expire midnight on Thursday. Our call for action volunteers are in the building, taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. Volunteers are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you can call for action right now at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. Pam has today's egg prices next at noon, along with Greg's complete forecast. And then today on Live Before, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will answer your plant questions. If you have a question, email it to us now at tips@channel3000.com. Send them in and watch for Lisa's answers tonight at 4.
When you pull up to someone's house, the first thing you see nowadays is their garage door.
Let Precision's experienced designers come to your home and help you select the perfect door for your house.
Precision is there to help.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhafels. And right now, save up to $700 on adjustable base sets. Plus, get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Tempur-Pedic queen mattresses start at just $42 per month when you use Steinhafels 72-month financing. Tempur-Pedic mattresses are designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body as no other mattress can. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com.
In my 30 years of practicing personal injury law, I have seen almost everything in a case. And the clients at GTW, they're not just working with one lawyer. They get to draw on the experience of every lawyer in our firm to help them get the best result possible.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. Fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Want it? Here's the number.
Call 833-784-4999 to get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
Which helps me run all of this easily. Kids checkups? Scheduled. Work? Bust. Treat dispenser? Treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer. Work.
Switch to Spectrum One. 300 megabit internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security.
Spectrum One. Gets it done.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-784-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a store today.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, here she is, Miss Issa Rae. Can you give us some self-encouragement?
We gonna thrive.
Thriving.
We're alive.
Plus, we've got Bill Bellamy.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
The reno's complete, the beans are brewing, and it is time to celebrate. Tomorrow I check out the exciting new additions at a popular coffee spot in the 608.
And we will be tracking a cold front that may bring us some rain for the weekend. Join us tomorrow between 4:30 and 7.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report on this midweek edition.
Yep, and still comfortable outside, which is good news. I did get my rainfall reports from a few folks. A couple tenths of an inch, not really a lot to slow us down, but again, for a lot of folks that are still looking for an improvement on soil conditions, every drop is welcome. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on in Wisconsin agriculture. Yesterday, we found out who the 4 finalists are for the 2023 Leopold Conservation Award. This is presented by a group of folks: Hand County Foundation, American Farmland Trust, Wisconsin Farm Bureau Federation, and Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin, recognizing those landowners, those conservationists, those with forest grounds that are dedicated to land, water, and wildlife habitat. Now, the 4 finalists include Bartling's Manitowish Cranberry Company in Vilas County. We've got Full Circle Farm in Shawano County, Knowles Dairy Farm in Buffalo County, and Joe Hovell, forest land owner up in Vilas County. So those are the 4 finalists. We will find out who the recipient of the 2023 Leopold Conservation Award is in November during the Wisconsin Department of Ag, Trade, and Consumer Protection's regular board meeting. Then in December, during the Wisconsin Farm Bureau Federation's annual business meeting up in Wisconsin Dells, they will be presented $10,000 in cash as well as a beautiful crystal award. Now, if you want to find out a little bit more about each of the 4 finalists, pop on over to my website, MidwestFarmReport.com. We've got a little bit of a bio that lets you know about kind of the philosophies that guide those farms. MidwestFarmReport.com or Fabulous Farm Babe on Facebook. All right, the markets are paying attention to some of the projections on crop production this year in Wisconsin. We're looking for our corn crop to be down 6%, our soybeans to be down 18% because of the dry weather we experienced. Barrel cheese was up a penny and a half at $1.82. 40-pound block cheese today up 4 at $1.91. Double A butter up a nickel, $2.77 and a quarter per pound. So at least dairy managed to hold on to things for today. And me, I'm hitting the road, heading up towards our home neck of the woods. Got a agribusiness animal health conference this afternoon in Appleton. So a good day to be on the road.
Absolutely. Drive carefully.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. As the need for mental health care has surged, a specialized walk-in clinic in Maryland is helping those who need it most. Natalie Brand shows us how the clinic is helping thousands of patients find care exactly when they need it.
Where someone can just walk in.
Pam Yerby-Hammock describes her struggle with mental health as sudden and traumatic.
I spent all of this time in a place of fear and panic, confusion, darkness.
She didn't know where to turn until her daughter learned of this psychiatric urgent care in Baltimore County, Maryland, a walk-in clinic with no appointment necessary.
I needed help then and there.
What we're seeing is a tremendous rise in need for mental health services, people wanting to access care, but really getting stuck at the point where they don't know how to access care.
Dr. Hirsch Trivedi says Shepherd Pratt's urgent care for mental health opened in 2011 in response to long ER wait times. He says this year the clinic is on track to have an estimated 10,000 evaluations, a substantial rise from last year.
What we find is that the best time to intervene or the best time to help people is specifically when they're in crisis, when they want that help.
The clinic accepts insurance and is open to all ages and all needs, from a hospital stay to a therapist referral.
Do you think this is a model of care that should expand and be available to more people?
Oh, absolutely.
Yerby-Hammock says she was diagnosed with depression and anxiety and connected with resources that have changed her life.
Those things that I lost, they came back.
That includes her passion for preaching. She's even founded a mental health ministry to encourage others to get care as soon as they need it. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Baltimore County, Maryland.
Shepherd Pratt is now working with other healthcare providers to help them open walk-in mental health clinics nationwide to help increase access. We could see a warm-up by the end of the week. Here's Greg with the latest forecast.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see some warmer temperatures here, but we're still dealing with the stubborn low clouds. You can really see that north wind has pushed these clouds all over southward. But if you look, you can kind of see the winds beginning to pull a little bit above the clouds to the west. It's starting to dry it out, and you're starting to see them kind of dissipate towards the southwest. So that's going to be the trend this afternoon. We're still not going to get out of it because we still got that northeast kind of flow off Lake Michigan to deal with. But we are going to see more sun and clearing skies as we go through. Overall, we'll see temperatures get up a little bit up to the mid to upper 60s this afternoon as we go through. Cloud cover will stick around, but you'll definitely see more sun with that cool northeast wind. And then as you go through your evening hour, no rain to be expected, but still off and on cloud cover through the evening commute as we drop back into the low to mid 60s, maybe some upper 50s by the time you get to 7 or 8 p.m. Low clouds will begin to expand a little bit as we go later in the night, but that won't be towards maybe tomorrow morning. Overall, we'll still have some fog through Thursday, even some Friday morning fogs possible. We have showers coming back in with another cold front, probably Friday night through Sunday, not all day rains. And then once again, especially on Sunday, there'll still be plenty of dry periods this weekend, but we will see unsettled weather. Cool yet today, but then 70s, maybe an 80-degree tomorrow, and then we kind of slightly cool back down for the weekend, back towards 70, and then we kind of flip the switch again next week, warming back up to about 82. So very typical September weather. Like I said, once we get past tomorrow, we'll start seeing the flow begin to turn around to the southwest because we have the system front that's beginning to push into the northern plains by late Thursday. Then once that approaches, warmer air ahead of it will give us probably the best day come Friday, and then Friday night it's going to come through here. You can see the low spinning up to the north. This front band will come through probably Friday night, Saturday, kind of sit over the area, and then we might have another band, a lot of that come through on the weekend. So it's going to be an opportunity to see rain. Right now, maybe Saturday morning might be the best chance, but then once it comes through, it's going to kind of wrap around again. So we'll see more cloud cover Sunday into Monday. The reason why is because this thing's going to get hung up as it gets towards the northeast because Hurricane Lee is going to push up to the northeast coast. So it's kind of going to really put a traffic jam with everything going on right now. So this cloud cover Sunday could actually linger into Monday. So even though Sunday we won't see much of a rainfall, I think cloudy conditions will be kind of the rule. Cooler temperatures as you see, but then as we go through Monday, even more cloud cover too once again. So we could be lingering cloud cover through the early next week, but then we'll warm right back up. So once again, not an all-day rain, but something to keep in mind for the weekend activities. Really, as you see, rainfall amounts, not a lot, maybe a quarter of an inch with it coming through basically Friday through Sunday. Maybe some areas a little bit more, but once again, not a lot, kind of like we saw with the previous system. Tonight, temperatures could get down to the upper 30s. You will deal with the low clouds, fog by you wake up tomorrow morning. We time that out. You can kind of see visibility could get down less than 3. Maybe some areas get less than a quarter, especially near the river areas. Something to keep in mind for the morning commute. Real typical for September to see a lot of the fog. Tomorrow, much warmer, mid-70s. Once we burn off the fog, we even could see upper 70s to the west. And then as you go through tomorrow night, not as cool, too, going into your Friday, probably around 50, but there could still be some areas of fog we'll be dealing with Friday morning. By Friday afternoon, we could be topping 80 in a few areas. Friday night looks like some showers late. That'd be more towards Saturday morning. Then another shower's coming through Sunday. You see the temperatures drop off just slightly down to the upper 60s, near 70. And then next week, we warm right back up. So all in all, pretty typical September weather. We just don't see a lot of rainfall, but nothing really too much with the temperatures. So overall, not too bad.
Fall officially begins next week?
Yep, 21st, 22nd. I got to check on that, but yes.
Yeah, next week sometime. All right. Enjoy summer while we can. Okay. Well, scientists have discovered a colossal planet about 120 light years from Earth. It may have water flowing on it. The investigation with the Space-Based Observatory revealed the exoplanet K2-18b may have some key features of a planet that could support bodies of water and life. The planet has abundant methane and carbon dioxide in its atmosphere. NASA says there's also a scarcity of ammonia, which could indicate an atmosphere rich with hydrogen that surrounds an ocean world. Keep an eye on that. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
We're making a down-home Southern treat that's as good for breakfast as it is for dinner. And it starts with this. Any guesses to what it is?
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I would have to hold my back as I got off the rug, but I didn't want to stop sitting on the floor because that's where I do most of my teaching. After I decided my pain was too much, I went to the doctor, and the doctor said it might be my feet. Suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. After I went to the Good Feet store, I realized that you don't have to live in constant pain. They took my pain away.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
We need to talk about Sonobello.
We are getting rid of all of this today.
Ladies, this summer you can cover up or feel confident from head to toe with Sonobello. One visit, permanent fat removal.
Look at this shape. My tummy is gone and my hourglass shape is back.
Wherever there's excess fat, we can remove it. That's what we do all day, every day.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good.
I could actually wear a two-piece after 25 years.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Now, with our Best Body Summer event, you can schedule your free, no-obligation consultation, plus save $250 off instantly. That's $250 off your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more. Call 1-888-634-9939 or go to sonobello.com.
Get 11% off everything at Menards and take care of all your automotive needs. From tools and accessories to maintenance and everything in between. Wiper blades? Copy that. Motor oil? Done. Trust Menards to help out with all your automotive needs. Protect your boats and recreational vehicles with RV and Marine antifreeze. Its burst-proof protection is formulated to defend freezing temperatures down to negative 50 degrees. Pick up a gallon for $2.49 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are! Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-685-4999.
If I asked you to name a dish that is as good for dinner as it is for breakfast, what comes to mind? Sure, it could be anything from French toast to an omelet, but the dish that we're talking about today is a Southern favorite that is as down home as you can get. It's biscuits and gravy, and the quick version we're making today is as tasty as it gets. All we do after browning some butter in a skillet is to saute a pound or so of pork sausage until it's cooked through. Now, we stir in some flour. You see, the flour mixes with the butter and the drippings and makes what's known as a roux, which will thicken our gravy. Once that cooks for a bit, we add a shake or two of Worcestershire sauce, a bit of salt and pepper, and we slowly stir in some milk. While that simmers, you can whip up a batch of biscuits to serve your gravy over. And when you spoon this over the piping hot biscuits, get ready for some good old-fashioned Southern eating. I do hope you'll go online and get the recipe for our homemade biscuits and gravy, so you'll be armed with a recipe that's as fitting for dinner as it is for breakfast. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a more comforting way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Here's Greg now with one final look at the weather.
Yeah, even though it's kind of early for fall color report, a couple counties up to the north have seen some of the color already starting to turn. So I'll expect this to be lit up a lot more as we go through the end of the month into October. But we still got the clouds to deal with. More sun this afternoon. Fall comes back in. But the 70s tomorrow, maybe 80 Friday, and then showers Friday, probably through this weekend. Shower chance looks to peak maybe like Saturday morning. But once again, not an all-day rain of any of the part of the weekend. Overall temperature trend does continue to go down for average temperature, but we see up and down. We might hit 80 this week. We might hit 80 next week. And then obviously in between, we'll have some cooler temps in the upper 60s near 70.
You might want a poncho for the Badger game on Saturday morning.
Might have a little bit of rain. We'll keep an eye on that, but yes.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.